Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Love you guys. Thanks for coming on over and seeing what I'm doing today in my craft room. I'm going to work more in my July 2022 glue book, which I am calling Colors and Angles, because that's a lot that's going on in here. And it's just made out of envelopes with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and it's about 8.5 by 5 3/4. So I let you know that, and 40 pages or so of surfaces to work on. So I brought out all my painted papers, and I've been watching a few videos from like Lydia Rink and a couple other people. I wish I could name them right now, but I can't. Should have written it down, but I didn't. And they make compositions out of painted papers and various scraps and other things, you know, it's fodder, what have you. And so I'm kind of going to do that in here. And I'm drawn to colors lately. So that's what I'm going to do. And what I brought out are my painted papers that have, you know, I've got shaving cream papers, I've got regular painted papers. I have my notebooks full of some doodling on it that have paint on it. So I'm including some of these doodly pages too as well. So that's just black and white. And I'm going to need black and white a little bit for my, you know, for breaking up a page or something like that, you know. So I've got all that stuff and my magazine files that have been ripped out according to color. So those can also be a place for the eye to rest on any given page. And so I'm going to try to use 3 or 4, maybe 5 items on a page. I don't want to do a whole lot more than that because there's already so much color on my painted papers that I need places for my eyes to rest, at least according to artists. And, you know, it's pleasing to the eye if there's some place for the eye to go to. And then directionally, what does my paper want to look like? Where do I want my eye to go? Is there a direction I want it to flow? So I've got a lot of things, but I don't want to overthink at the same time. So where's the balance? And that's what I'm trying to achieve with this book. I don't know if I'm going to get there. It's an experiment. And I'm trying to figure out what my intrinsic values are with my painted papers. Fair? Is that fair? So I pulled out a few things that I want to do in a page that I want to do in here that... and I'll show you a little bit here of what I've got so far. So a lot of this is just background still, and I've done a few things on pages otherwise. I've added more on this one, and it doesn't feel finished. This one might feel finished to me. I like it. I love the blue angle on that, you know, very geometric in a way. So, I'm just kind of figuring out what I like, what I don't like, asking myself, is there a line I like? Is there a color that I want to draw out from the other pieces? Is there a shape that I want to add to this? So I'm going to work on this page right here, and all I've got on it so far, you know, it's a security envelope, and it's got this big window, but I'm going to cover it up. And to start with, I went through and added some painted papers on every page. Not totally covering every page, but a lot of them are fully covered like this one right here too. But these are things that I have created, and I just stuck those down there. I already like black and white and yellow, and I already know that the scribbling, I love that too. So those things together on this page I already like. So I want to use colors that are going to draw more of that out, but I want to bring in a shape. And there's some black in here, and there's also some red, but there's some yellows down here. And I like these circles. So I don't know exactly what to do with it, but I want to bring in this too. This is just some mark making paper that I was playing around with in one of the notebooks. So I brought that out, and I found this. This is just a cutoff from my fodder session, and I like how it looks in this over this black. But I also found this in my yellow because I kind of wanted it to match this color, but this is like salmon. You'd never know that though if you're going to do this, right? You wouldn't know that. So I'm going to put these things together, and we're going to see what happens. Okay. Thanks for coming along on this journey with me. I am learning about what I like, what I don't like. I am learning about what works and what doesn't work. And I could be going, watching classes and taking, you know, I have a lot of people that I follow that offer such things, classes and art exploration and things like that. But I think I want to do some like archy things, do an arch kind of a thing, do several arches. We'll see how it looks. But at the same time, I don't want to wreck all my circles. But you know what? I can make more paper. And I'm not real attached to my papers. I haven't used them in such a long time, though. I want to have fun with these because I had fun making them. I enjoyed that process and that session. So I want to remember that. It's the letter D. What do we know? And using these papers in a glue book that I made is just one way to do that. Can I do this? Will that work? Nope. Got to make this skinnier or just use that. Oh, I like that circle right there. So let's do that instead. We'll put this in my bin. I've got a bin of shapes and other things up there. Oh, and my monitor. That is fun. But I've got this white place. But I want to use this too. And this is all pastels up here. So what I think I'll do is, let's rip off this edge. And I haven't decided if I want to keep these pieces here. I like that kind of. Maybe these could be accents. Ooh, elsewhere on the page. That's happening. So I'll take those apart. So I've got that. I could add, where's the other piece? Maybe I could go down like this. Salmon, you guys. I am using salmon. Isn't that fun? Cheesy salmon. What can I do here? Does this work? Okay, so I want to cover this side up because it's given me. Nope, that's too, whoa, brightness. I can do this right here. Okay, what do you guys think? And then I've got this too. So I'm not sure. I am. Sorry, while I think here a minute. That draws the eye up this way. This draws the eye through that. But what does the shape give me when I've got jagged edges here and then a soft round shape there? It's still kind of cool. I feel like there needs to be a connect with this right there. Get this page down. Well, I kind of like it. The pop of red. I like this red right here. I want to draw that down here somehow. Can I do that? Let's glue it down. We're going to glue it down. Okay, in what order? First, okay, this big guy here. And I am using Elmer's Extra Strength glue stick. So Sorry for the glare. I know that that's glaring a little bit, so I apologize. That's just something I cannot help right now. And I'll trim off the edges a little bit later. Okay, and then I want this in here like that with that circle showing. It's the letter D. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter D. Let's see, and then I had this. And that's going to go over that. So I like the rough edges of this, so we'll leave it like that, the torn edges. So as far as angles are concerned, the word angles, just hold on loosely to that term, because is this an angle? I don't know. Couldn't think of another word. This, like that. I think the hardest part of this is silencing my inner critic. And that doesn't go there, Liz, or those colors don't work, or whatever that person in the one inside me that feels like it's got to prove something to you, right? Let's just shut that one up. And let's see, where did this, so do I do it all the way up, or do I just do partial? And then add this to another section. I like that, just like that. I'm going to trim it off. Okay, it's coming together. And that's my hope for these pages, is that I pull a few items out that I think might go together with all of the colors and textures and shapes I have. And then we'll come up with something pretty cool, pretty darn cool. Don't want to cover up the O. Maybe I'll put it there. And I wanted to put some red there. Cricket. And I am not paying attention at all to this window. In fact, it gives it a little bit of a blank area too for the eye to rest. Again, that's something that somebody else mentioned. That there, here. Oh, I know what I'll do. Little pops of red, just going up in a different angle, different direction. And with that red. Did I say that already? I can't edit. Okay, what else? Let's look. That. Okay, you guys, so much is going on, but I like it. Let's add this up here, off to this side right there, and that'll draw the eye up in different ways. So there's different directions the eye's being drawn on this one. I've got this floral focal point, or this botanical type focal point down here, yet this draws my eye as well. And then the reds here, black and white, black and white, black, black, yellow, red. Do I want to do this one somewhere too? Sure, why not? May as well. It's just going to get put in my crafty bin of scraps if I don't use it. So there. Okay. So what do you think, everyone? This is kind of where I'm going with it. turn this off here. Oh boy, I like it. I like this section coming out as yet another layer of texture, 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 texture. Wow, there's just a lot. I'm probably breaking so many artistic rules in something like this, but I love it. Okay, so what I like about it are the different colors. I love the pop of red. That's kind of a surprise. I like this arch. And these little pieces right here that draw my eye from here to here. It is a little busy, I'll give you that. Okay, enough thinking about it, right? Enough thinking about it. So that's a page. That's kind of how my process is going with this. So I hope that I hope it all works out. That's the hope. That is the hope. And I've got a lot of things. I mean, as I was doing a couple pages in this, I'm taking notes and things of what I got to think about in here. I want to just throw that away because it's confusing me, right? Okay, you guys, that's all I'm going to show you today because the videos are having trouble. But that's okay. We'll make it work. Love you guys. Thanks for coming on over and seeing what I'm doing in my craft room and in this glue book. There's colors and angles of all sorts of shapes and sizes. And I hope you're getting a chance to be creative and figuring out what your intrinsic values are. What makes you joyful as you're creating? Whatever that is, that's up to you. That's totally on your plate. You know, put whatever you want on there. Mix up your food on your plate or keep them separate. That's up to you. Right? All right, you guys. Love you. Take care. And as always, God bless. Bye-bye.